Chosen difficulty and the pursuit of difficult things is one of the most important things one can set out to pursue. Now, this will heavily tie into a term called self-efficacy, which I will be making a video on soon, and hopefully by the end of the year. As many of you know, getting traction and building an audience is pretty difficult. I look at it this way. It's difficult, it will take time, and it will take a certain amount of self-belief to be able to do that, and that is why I've chosen to pursue this. The difficulty for me to be making these videos is why I love it. Like it actually makes me happy to be met with this difficulty, because I did not expect it to be this difficult to make videos. One of the main takeaways from this video will be that the difficulty you choose in life will reflect where you get. Now, this isn't to say that you can't be in terrible circumstances that are incredibly complex, because you absolutely can. And I guess I'm living proof that no matter what circumstances you're in, you're not as far away from your dreams as you think. Take it this way. When I was 22, I decided to fix my mind. Now, I was diagnosed with BPD, and I was suffering from pretty much 8 out of the 9 symptoms. And as such, I had such difficult work ahead of me. But I knew choosing to pursue the difficulty of that task in itself would just make me a better person overall. Now, I could have easily laid down and said, oh, why me? Had this terrible perspective on things, because I saw people in my therapy group, and it's almost as if they just did not have any self-belief. And this ties into why it's so important to build up like this internal self-belief system. Because with that, you can withstand so much external pressure or whatever it may be, and you'll be surprised how resilient you can be. Like, I never ran, right? Like, there was no home that I could go back to and where things would be comfortable. I did not have that, and as such, my life was rough for a long time. However, that has just made me believe in myself even more. Now, I do want to touch on one of the difficult things that I had to do. I grew up with a single parent, pretty much. And as such, I was not the happiest kid. Like, my home life was pretty bad. And when I turned 22, I kind of realized that things had to change in that regard. Like, even though I was living on my own, just having the parent I grew up with around me it was bad. It just was. And because I had already built up like such a fundamental belief in myself, I decided to take the plunge and completely cut her out of my life. And I'm so happy I did. It became the grounds on which I could build myself up without someone telling me who I was or how I wouldn't be able to achieve what I set out to do. This isn't to be like, oh, poor me, because fuck that mentality. So now, being on the other side of that, it has been like 2 years at this point. I've learned that I can pretty much go through everything by myself at any given time, despite any circumstances that I might be facing. This is to outline that there will be times where your circumstances are difficult in ways that you don't necessarily choose. And so the importance of actually pursuing difficult things will let you withstand the external. I want you to think like this, okay? If you can build yourself up, difficulty should be your choice. Like, you can't outrun your problems by walking the same old path. Like, you simply can't change if you don't sacrifice comfort. And with that, I think my message with this video will be to chase the uncomfortable, because you're not as far away from your dreams as